I'm Kacey. I'm doing this video to go along with my research paper that I'm doing for my master's class on preventing litigation after an accident in schools. As I began this research, I started really thinking about what litigation meant, and as I researched, I found that litigation means bringing action into the courtroom. We do not want that to happen, so how can we prevent that? Well, I think some of the first steps that we need to take are pretty simple. You just have to take the proper precautions. As an administrator, we have to make sure that we're setting clear expectations. We have to educate everybody on staff, from the aides to the teachers to anybody that's involved with the children, and we have to follow through with our everyday routines and procedures. It has to be clear to those teachers, and we have to give teachers a clear understanding that we have to always look at worst case scenario. We hope that this won't happen, but in worst case scenario situations, what do we need to do? So by setting these expectations as administrators, going over this with our educators and our staff, we are giving them maybe the crisis management plan, and we're giving them the district handbook to have something that they always can fall back to. But as we do that, go over this with them, and we need to follow these procedures but practice them as well. If we look at the accidents that occur the most in a school, we probably have that established in the crisis management plan, but we can't just simply have the teachers going into that and looking. We need to actually practice this with the students so they know these procedures as well. So following these procedures is essential to everybody in the school. So looking at what are our procedures for field trips, what are our procedures for arrival, dismissal at school, fighting, weather safety, fire safety, anything, playground, fighting, volunteers in the school, all those things that worst case scenario, something could happen, an accident could result. We need to look at those, and we need to follow those procedures to make sure that nothing does happen. But if it does, how did we prove that we followed those expectations, and we can prevent that litigation from happening after the accident? Societal demands have just put so many pressures on our human resources administrators that it's just crucial that this is followed through in all schools. And the key factor goes back to supervision. Was supervision there? Were the teachers doing what they were told, and were they obedient in the areas that we taught them to be obedient in? That can help cover us if an accident does occur. So once the accident does occur, then we have to look at what do we do to help the victim. We need to make sure that the victim is taken care of immediately. Action is put into place, and then we make sure that insurance demands are met, and that the victim is well taken care of, and that the victim knows that all parties involved, including the district, cares for them and is making sure that everything will be prevented from. We will do all we can to prevent this from happening again, but that we did take all precautions to make sure that that accident did not happen. So that's a big part of it, taking care of the victim after the accident does occur. So hopefully that gave you a little summary of what we can do to prevent litigation, and hopefully this can help you in your future as an administrator. Thanks.